Hi, I'm Dave Scott, Chief Administrative Officer for U.S. Acute Care Solutions. Thanks for checking out my series on a prescription for wealth. In my intro video, I explained to you what a tremendous opportunity I believe you have before you as a physician in training. The opportunity to set you and your family up for a financially secure future and all of the good things in life that go along with that. As I mentioned, there are only two reasons why a physician would fail to achieve financial security and create wealth. Either they fail to understand the laws of money, or they choose to ignore them. You don't have to be an accountant to understand the laws of money, but you do need to have a basic understanding of two essential financial statements of any business or household: the income statement and the balance sheet. Together, these two financial statements give you a picture of how you're doing financially, and monitoring them over time will allow you to monitor your progress to create wealth. Let's start first with the income statement. At the top of the income statement is all of the income that comes into your household or business every month. This is followed by all the expenses paid out during that month. The proverbial bottom line is the bottom line of the income statement, which shows if there was any money left over at the end of the month, or profit. In simple terms, think of this as your checking account. Your paycheck comes in and you pay all of your bills. Your checking account record would then be your income statement in that case. This is the financial statement most of us are familiar with and find easiest to understand. The only problem is that the other financial statement, the balance sheet, is what actually defines who is wealthy and who is not. The balance sheet is a snapshot of all you own minus all that you owe at any point in time. In financial terms, the things that you own are called your assets, and what you owe are called liabilities. The difference between the two is your net worth. Think of it this way: if you sold everything that you owned and paid off all of the debts that you owe, this would be what was left. This is your net worth, and although in business it's called the balance sheet, in personal finance it's called your net worth statement. To break it down a little bit further, liabilities are pretty simple. It's any outstanding debt or obligation that you have. Mortgages, car loans, student loans, credit card bills, etc. are all liabilities. Assets, on the other hand, are a bit trickier because they come in many flavors. The basic definition would be anything that you own that has monetary value. Whatever you could reasonably expect to get if you sold the asset would define the value of that asset, not what you paid for it. By my definition, assets come in two general varieties: solid assets and stuff. A solid asset is a true investment. If you lost your source of income, a solid asset would feed you and your family. Examples of solid assets would be cash, CDs, stocks, bonds, income-producing real estate, businesses, and other investments. The other, stuff, has value if you sell it, but it's not a true investment by my definition. If you lost your source of income, you'd be forced to sell these things or they'd eat you alive because they typically have significant expenses associated with them. Examples would include cars, boats, and other toys. Also included in this definition would be non-income producing real estate, such as your home, because you're very unlikely to sell that. If you take anything away from this video, it should be the definition of a solid asset. If you want to become wealthy and financially secure, you need to focus on building up the amount of solid assets that you own. Solid assets make you wealthy. This simple four-quadrant diagram demonstrates where we need to focus. We need to grow the asset column on the bottom left. The wealthy know the definition of a solid asset and they're focused on acquiring them. You should start tracking your net worth on a regular basis using one of the available software tools. My current favorite is mint.com, which is a free and easy way to get started. In my next video, I will talk to you about how to grow your asset column with solid assets and start building wealth, taking advantage of the financial opportunity before you.